Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make this really deep V plunging neckline blouse. So sit back, relax, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button below your screen. Thank you. So guys, the first thing we need to do is to start by getting your basic bodice block, and this is mine right here. This is the one for the back. So we're going to start this tutorial first with the back of our blouse. So now the first thing I'm going to do is to measure how long I want the blouse to be, and since it's a crop top here, from my shoulders to my waistline right here is just okay for the length. But if you want yours longer, you can just like extend the length and make it longer. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to draw in the shape of the neckline I want for my blouse. So the V neckline is a wide and deep V neckline, so it's a plunging V neckline. So I'm going to come right here at the shoulders and chop a bit away from my shoulder length. So I'm going to chop about 3 inches away from my shoulder length. Now I'm going to decide how deep I want my V neckline to be. So you can just measure anything you want. So from your shoulder, you can just measure maybe 7, 8 or 9 inches. So for me, this is just perfect. I want it like at this spot right here. So I'm going to use my French curve to draw a curved line from here to this spot here. So yeah, this completes all I had to do to the back of my blouse. So now this is the new outline of my blouse. Here. So pretty much now all you need to do now is to just add your allowances. So you add a 1/4 inch allowance here, 1/2 inch for the shoulders, 1/2 inch for the armhole, 1 inch for the side, and 1 inch also for the hem right here. Now also to make sure that your zipper lies flat at the back when you're sewing, you're going to come from here and measure out 1/2 inch from your zip line here. Measure out 1/2 inch. Now this is it. So I'm going to reconnect it. I'm going to reconnect this with a straight line from here to any point around here. So pretty much this is my new zip line for the back here. So this is the outline of my blouse right here. Here, and then it comes back here. So this is my dart already in place, and that completes all I had to do to the back of my blouse. So now let's move straight to working and cutting the front. And now for the front, so you get your basic bodice pattern also for the front, and this is mine right here. Now the next step will be to determine how long you want the blouse to be, and the same with the back, the same as what we did with the back. We measured from here to our waistline, and so this length is just perfect. So if yours was longer, or if you feel like you need to extend it and you extended it for the back, that means you have to do the same thing also for the front. So now the next step will be to draw in my neckline. So for the neckline, at the back I chopped off 3 inches away from my shoulder. So I'm going to do the exact same thing here for the front. I'm going to chop off 3 inches also from my shoulders here. Now this is it. So the next step will be to determine how low, that is the depth you want for your neckline. And if you look at the picture, you would see that the front V is very deep. That it's a deep V plunging neckline. So for me, I'm going to determine how low I want the V neckline to be, and so I'm going to measure from my armhole level here. I'm just going to measure, let's say 2 inches down from my armhole level here. So yeah, this is it right here. I just measured 1 inch down from here. So this is the depth of the neckline I want for my front. So I'm going to connect from here to this spot using the curved part of my French curve right here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to locate my under bust measurement. So you just measure from your shoulders to your under bust, that is under your bust, and then you measure it. You can just locate it somewhere around here. So I'm going to measure that right here. So my under bust is 14 inches from my shoulders. My under bust is 14 inches, and this is it right here that I marked right here. So now I'm going to use my French curve to draw a line from here back to this spot here. So I'm using the curved part of my French curve to draw the line to connect it. So, and that completes what I have to do to the blouse. So now I have to cut it along this part here. I'll cut it this way. So you separate it into an upper part and a lower part. So yeah, this is it separated. So let's label this A and let's label this B. So now let's work on, keep this aside, let's work on A part. So if you notice, the V neckline is very deep, so if you sew it like this, you're going to have a gaping at the neckline if you sew it like this. So what I'm going to do now is to come to the middle. I'll just locate the middle of this neckline here. So I'll locate the middle. So if this is it, I'm going to draw a line from here to my bust point here, and so I'm going to go further, and then I'm going to draw a 1 inch dart back to my bust point here. So I'm going to measure ½ inch this way and also ½ inch this way. So I'll reconnect it back to my bust point here. Now I'm going to add my allowance to this. So I'm going to add a ¼ inch allowance to my neckline, ½ inch to the shoulders, ½ inch to the armhole, and then 1 inch for the side. So yeah, these are my allowances. So now I'm going to cut the outline. I'm going to cut it out. Remember, this extra bit here is just a border line. You can just cut it out from here or just fold it in. So you can just fold it in this way. So now this extra dart that I added here, I'm going to cut one leg of the dart. I'm going to cut one leg open, and then I'm going to come to this also to the dart here. I'm going to cut one leg also open to my bust points. So yeah, this is it. So I'm going to pick up this part here that I cut open. I'm going to lay it over the other dart leg here to close it up. So automatically this has been transferred from here to this cut. So I'm just going to tape this down. So now, because my neckline is now distorted, I'm just going to place this paper here just so that I can blend my neckline back, so it's like smooth again. So this is what I mean. So I'm just going to tape this and cut this out. So yeah, this completes it. I already blended it in at the neckline here. So this is it pretty much. So now the dart here that we closed is now automatically transferred here, so you can see. So when we are sewing, this is our new dart space. This is all we'll be sewing, like from here to this part here. I hope you can see it. From here to this part here. So that's all we have to do to the A part. That is the A upper part of our blouse. So now let's work on the B part and keep this aside. Now for the B part, the first thing I'm going to do is to add allowances all around. So I'm going to add ½ inch. Oh, I said ½ inch. I'm going to add 1 inch to the side here, and then 1 inch at the hem right here. So that's that. So yeah, pretty much this is my allowance added. So the dart in the middle here, I'm going to close it up. So I'm going to close the dart up right here. So yeah, this is it closed up. So this border line here, we don't need it, so you can just fold it in, and that's that. So now I'm going to draw in slash lines into this. So I'm going to draw slash lines into this now. So yeah, these are my slash lines right here. So now I'm going to cut the slash lines open now, and then I'm going to spread it out on a new piece of paper. So yeah, this is it spread out. So you spread it by how many inches you want. It can be 2 inches or even 1, it depends on you. So now you begin to fold the pleats up this way. So you fold it all up this way. So this is it folded up. Then you connect, and just connect it like this with your pencil or biro. So you connect, and then you cut off along that line. So yeah, this is it cut off. So pretty much, and that's that. So this is the upper part, this is the lower part. Remember to add the ½ inch allowance to the top here, because this is the part we'll be attaching to the lower part of this one. So I'm not going to add the ½ inch allowance to the top here. So yeah, that's that for the front of our blouse. So remember to add the ½ inch allowance to the bottom of this when you're cutting on your fabric. I already added the ½ inch allowance here, so we'll be using that to join this back to this. So pretty much that completes the patterning of our blouse. So this is my front, everything for my front, and this is my back. So when I'm cutting my back, I'll cut 2 pieces for the back, and then when I'm cutting the front, I'll place it on fold. I'll place the pattern on fold on my fabric, and also place this also on fold, so that we can have like a full front piece for the front. So once I'm done cutting this for the front, then I'll begin to pleat it on my fabric. I'll pleat this back on my fabric, just so that we can get that pleated design that we have on the blouse, on the blouse. So yeah, I'm just going to do all of that now, and then I'll show you the next thing to do with sewing. So these are my cutout pieces. This is my back, this is the upper part of the front right here, this is it right here, and this is the B part, the lower part right here. So I'm going to be pleating this one here, this one, I'm going to pleat it, and then I'll join it back to this before I then join my front and back together. So pretty much that's that. Remember to cut your lining exactly the same way as all of this. So that's that. I'm just going to do all of those things now, and then I'll show you the next thing to do with sewing. That is how to attach the ruffle to the neckline of the blouse. So yeah, this is what my sewn piece, my sewn blouse would look like. So when you pleat this part, remember to iron it like with a steam iron. So you iron it really flat so that everything lies flat. So, and then once you are done, you just attach your shoulders and all. So you can see that I've sewn in my darts, I've sewn in, there's a dart also, the small dart here, and then there's also a small dart also here. So pretty much now for the ruffle, just measure around what you have from your neckline, just measure around your neckline all the way. So whatever you guess, you multiply it by 3. So for that, I already have this, so I use that to cut this long strip of fabric. So this is how long the fabric is going to be. So this is it. On fold, you can have it as maybe 5 inches, like from here to here, you can have it as 5 inches or 6 inches, depending on how wide you want it, so that by the time you fold it, you can have like something like this. So now that's that. I'm going to just like gather this now. I'm going to gather this at this spot here. So once I gather it, you can either gather or pleat. So once I gather or pleat, I'm now going to attach it round my neckline. So you can either gather or pleat round the neckline. So what I need you to do is to first, like on the strip of fabric, first like fold it like this, then you sew round, so that you sew in all the rough edges. So by the time you sew in all the rough edges, then you turn it inside out. So you turn it inside out, then you can then begin to pleat this on top. You can either pleat or gather like I mentioned before. So you pleat, you pleat, you pleat, you pleat, you pleat till you get to the midpoint of your neckline here. So once you are done, remember you have to cut this in twos. Cut this into 2 before pleating it. So one will be for this side of your neckline, and the other will be for this other part of your neckline. This is what I mean. I already have this in 2 pieces. So this is one for this side, and this is the other one for this side. So then you begin to pleat on top like this, on top, this way, this way, this way, this way, till you get to the midpoint of your neckline. So by the time you finish that, you then begin to do for the other side too. So you pleat and pleat and pleat and pleat, so you get to the other part of your neckline. So I hope you got the drift of like what I just explained. So I'm just going to do all of that now, and then I'll show you the final fit, what this is going to look like once I'm done. And this completes my blouse. You can see how I pleated the ruffles. So these are the ruffles right here. So I pleated them on top. You can see I finished up this part before I then started to pleat it, like I explained before. So yeah, that's that for that. So now all I have to do now is to place these right sides together, and then I'll sew by 1 inch at the side here, and also sew by 1 inch at the side here. Then you also attach your zipper to the middle of the back, so to the back here. So that's that, and then I'm going to put this on my miniature so that you can see the full fit. So yeah, pretty much. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button below your screen, tap the like button, and turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming tutorials when I post them. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.